Best of both worlds. You get a chance to talk on the radio, get a chance to watch the Pirates at Chavez Ravine, and I get to talk to Chris Mack. But before we talk baseball, they are just underway at Dodger Stadium. Of course, the game right now, 93.7 The Fan. He and Jack Zarinzik set the stage on the pregame. The Penguins are now into one game. You either win or you're done. They lost 5-2 to Washington.
Yeah, and it was ugly. I mean, their worst. You could make the argument their worst game of the season.
18 shots on goal.
Yeah, so, the positive you take from this is that they play 7 for a reason, and that the Capitals have a history of losing these big games to the Penguins. So I think the other positive you take from it is that was the worst game the Penguins have played all season.
I mean, passes weren't even connecting.
No, it was. So I think you kind of ball it up, throw it out in the trash, and look forward to Wednesday night. We've seen the Penguins go down there and win big games before. I don't think there's any reason to believe they can't again, unless they come out and absolutely lay an egg like they did tonight. I will say this: we're finally starting to see the cumulative effects of two different things. One, this team does not have anybody on defense anything close to the level of Chris Letang, and when Trevor Daley's out, that compounds it. And then two, that was a short series against Columbus, but a physical series. And the effects of playing so much hockey over the last 2 years are perhaps starting to catch up too.
And we all, because we love our Penguins, want to believe in their offense. But you've got Andrei Burakovsky, you've got Nicholas Backstrom, you've got TJ Oshie, you've got Alexander Ovechkin. Despite all of the people saying maybe his better days are behind him, they can shoot the puck too. Not to mention you got a Vezina Trophy winner in Holtby in net. And I know you got Crosby, who's a Hart finalist, maybe the best player in the game. Yeah, he is the best player in the game, let's face it. But this is a good Barry Trotz Washington Capital team.
I mean, personnel-wise, when you remove Letang from the lineup for the Penguins, you're talking about a team that top to bottom probably has more talent on it than the Penguins in the Washington Capitals. And the other thing is Braden Holtby, while he's stolen one game so far in this series, if he steals another one, I think if you looked at it beforehand and said which goalie's going to play better, can Holtby steal more games out of this series than Fleury? I think if Holtby is saving one in his back pocket, and it happens to be Wednesday night, then you probably go home disappointed.
And would you agree you don't blame Marc-Andre Fleury for this loss? I mean,
no, those last two goals I think he would like to have back, but I don't think his defense did not help him out at all tonight.
All right, what about the Pirates in Los Angeles?
Ugly start tonight. Trevor Williams, his first start of the season. He's a Southern California guy. I think he might have come out a little amped up. A couple miscues with the first couple batters of the ball game. Ends up loading the bases and gives up a grand slam. So they're down early. They'll try to scratch and fight and claw back, but Williams is limited. He can only go so long tonight. Coming out of the bullpen, he's only stretched out to about 75, 80 pitches. They've called up some reinforcements from Indianapolis. Chris Bostic is one of them. Max Moroff is another one. Phil Gosselin and Elias Diaz sent down. They got to find some offense on this West Coast swing. They've always, I shouldn't say always, over the past few years, they've done well out west. Andrew McCutcheon performs well out west traditionally, especially LA and San Francisco, but these 7 in LA and Arizona, they've got to find some offense or else they're going to be in a bad spot.
Chris Mack, of course, Jack Zarinzik, pregame Pirates, now, of course, on 93.7 The Fan at Dodger Stadium. Last thing, we talked earlier, Jeff and I, and they also talked, meaning Robert Mangino and Dr. Joe Pfeiffer. We talked about it on the Allegheny Health Network program, Medical Frontiers. Jamison Taillon, testicular cancer surgery, could be out for at least a month. We wish him nothing but the best. Even though he wasn't having a banner year, he is still one of the major parts of your starting rotation. Now what do they do?
Well, I mean, Trevor Williams, as Clint Hurdle said, will have this spot until he proves that he can't handle it, which may happen sooner rather than later if he keeps pitching like he did in the first inning tonight. That being said, there are other options down in the minors. Stephen Brault is one who they used for a few starts last year. But it's tough when the starting rotation is the strength of this ball club right now, and it really has been early in the season, despite a few missteps from Tyler Glasnow and Chad Kuhl. It hurts to lose a guy like Jamison Taillon, and not just for baseball reasons either. He really is, for a young guy, very calm, very cool, very collected. Even when he goes out and has a rough start, you never see him blow up out there emotionally. Very, what Clint Hurdle would call a slow heartbeat kind of guy. Doesn't let things get to him, and it sounds like he's reacted to this health scare in the same way. Very level-headed, and I'm sure he'll tackle that the same way he attacked, rebounding from Tommy John surgery and sports hernia surgery. He's been a guy who's taken those obstacles and ended up making the most out of them. So we wish him nothing but the best.
Chris Mack, and again, the Penguins Aftermath from the Pratt Pack Gym tomorrow. A phoner, Greg Diolis, Management Group, Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. And he's back with me tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Rob Pratt Tuesday night, right here on News Radio 1020 KDK, and of course 93.7 The Fan, the place that you can find the Pirates hopefully finding a way to get back in this game and win tonight. Good night.